Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Debbie and I'm about to do some postcards. So I have my postcards, but it's really easy to make them. These are just pieces of decent cardstock and they are 4 by 6 inches. You can just draw some lines on here for your address, a line down the middle. You know your stamp goes here, you know your mailing address goes here, and your little note to whoever you're sending it to goes to the left. It's really easy to do a postcard. So I'll probably make a couple today. I have my Mod Podge. This is my matte Mod Podge. And because I don't want a sticky surface, when I'm done, I'll go over it with my clear gesso. I am going to do a collaged base on a couple of these cards. I have all kinds of things in my little bag of treasures, and I have these little paper pads that I won in a group, which is really cool. I have these. I have some textured paper. I have some circles punched out. I have all kinds of things in here. Plus, I've got a little basket of goodies. So grab your goodies for sure. And then just start collecting some papers. So, that's a postcard. So let's do a chunk of this. So I'm just going to start gluing. have a collage on all 3 of my cards. I think I'll do 3 of them today. But I have punched these circles previously, and I don't have book page on here. So I thought, I like circles. Like, I really do like circles. That's a funny one, and that's too thick. But I do just love this book page that I've got here. So I'm thinking I might put a part of a circle on each one of these just for a little extra interest. So maybe a little bit down here, maybe one here. And I just want to see what is right side up on these. I have them all right side up. That was just lucky. And because I already have a lot of print on this one, I think I'll just put this, I don't even know what it is. It's just a sketch, a part of a sketch of something. But I'm going to put it on here just because I like that extra visual interest. So let's do, this is old book page, these circles, and they are really thin, so you don't need a ton of glue. They're not as thick as the pieces that I've been putting on. And I'm going to have them just go off the card a little bit. Maybe do this one at the top. And this one over to the side. Just a little more of the background interest here. Let's do it like this. I have no idea what this picture is. Yeah, so I'm going to finish trimming these out, and then I'm going to give them a quick dry. So I've got some images cut out here, and my cards have been sitting and drying a little bit. They're not completely dry, of course, but let's see what I can do with them. So I have this image here. This is really cool. It is a light bulb rocket ship, I think. I'm not sure, but it kind of goes with this. So am I going to put this one here and this one here on my card like this? And I've got a motorcycle girl. Maybe I'll put her over here a little bit like that. And I've got this car image right here. So I'm going to put them on there, and then I'm going to work on my cards a little bit. So this is most of the work done, and I am actually going to give this a coat of clear gesso now because I want to work on top of this. And I don't know if you can see, but even the matte Mod Podge has a little bit of shine, and I prefer really matte. And gesso is easier to work over than the Mod Podge is. If all you have is Mod Podge, that's fine, but I'm just going to put a little dab on each of these. I'm going to grab a dry brush, and I'm just going to give this a nice coat of gesso. Now, it doesn't have to be a thick coat. It does have to cover everything. So turn it to the light so that you can make sure that you don't have any spots that you missed. And kind of brush out your brush lines the best that you can. Is go around the edge of all of these. There's a tiny little bit of white showing here. I don't want it to, so I'm just using vintage photo, and I'm going to do my edges. So this matches the color in my little steampunk persons the best. I don't have a lot of inks because I don't create with them. All I do is this. So I have just a few there. See that circle? I'm just very lightly edging that little circle a little bit. Now I want to try to lighten up the background around my images. I was thinking about using some white gesso, but I have this, I use white splatter, and I watered down some acrylic paint for it. So what if, I do think I want to do this circle too, because I like the way the other two look a little bit better. Just adding a little bit of that to there. So what if I take a tiny little paintbrush and a little bit of watered down, I'm even going to put a little water on my brush, a little bit of watered down paint, and just do I need it to be watered down way more. I don't want it to have very much color, and that's almost too much. So I'm going to grab a little plastic sheet and a little bit of water, and I'm going to water this down some more. That's better. I want to be able to see through it. So now I'm just trying to blend this white out so that it gradually disappears. There, I like that. I'm going to let that one dry. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other two. Okay, so I've got this far, and what I'm doing now is adding some splatter. So I decided I didn't want black, I didn't want white, so I went with this metallic from Deco Art. It's just the metallic acrylic paint. This is the Rich Espresso. I watered it down a bit. I'm just putting my hand over my little character. I'm going to put a lot on this one. I'm going to turn it around, put my hand over her face again. And I'm doing a lot of splatter on here. And when that dries, that's going to give it a little bit of shine. I think I want some more on this one. I'm going to put my hand on here. Trying to concentrate it down in that corner. Do a little bit more on this side. I'm just trying to keep it off the face. There, a little more there. So I think I've got what I want on these cards. And the next thing I want to do is my sentiment. And I've already grabbed out my Tim Holtz. I think it's called Small Talk. Let me take a look here. Yeah, Small Talk. And there's some little phrases on here. So I'm going to figure out what I want on them. So on this one, because he looks a little bit like a scientist, I've got this. It says, do more than exist. So I'm going to put a couple on here. I'm actually going to use my art glitter glue to make sure that this is on here permanently, because if you do send this as a postcard, you absolutely do not want pieces coming off while it's going through the mail. So make sure that you're doing the best job that you can so that you know that all these pieces are permanent. This is one solid piece now. So do more than exist. See possibility everywhere. There, and I'm going to go around those with black once that's dry. And then on this one, I'm going to put keep moving forward. Maybe I'll put this on the motorcycle one. And then let life surprise you. And what seems ordinary is often the extraordinary. I'm going to put it on in 2 pieces because I think this is too long. So what seems ordinary is often the extraordinary. Okay, I am going to take my marker. This is a Prismacolor permanent marker, and I am going to very carefully try to go down the lines. I am going to go around and I'm just going to re-edge these because it wasn't quite set yet. So there's my 3 cards. I have them all done. This one says, do more than exist. See possibility everywhere. And this one looks a little bit like he's an inventor. And I think that suits the card. This one says, what seems ordinary is often the extraordinary. You can see that copper, or I guess it's rich espresso paint, has a little bit of a shine to it. And this one says, keep moving forward, let life surprise you. So don't forget to do all the things. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Of course, comment, let me know which one you like the best. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would absolutely love if you did that before you left. Come on back and see what I'm up to next. I'll see everybody in the next one. Until then, bye-bye for now, everyone. Have a really wonderful day.